Hey everybody, hi, welcome to Old Style Classics Baseball Cards. I'm Rob. Today is July 2nd, 5:15 p.m. So Tuesday morning. I didn't do a video last night, which I should have done because I got an eBay, a bunch of oddball stuff from eBay. So this will be an oddball episode and not oddball, but it's mostly just going to be reveals. And then I'll go back to the specific cards and do that in its own oddball video, but this is mostly a reveal. Most of it's oddball stuff. Was super tired and not feeling so hot yesterday. It was really hot. We were moving around a lot, doing stuff. So I was just spent. So went to bed at like 8:30 last night. Just woke up around 5. Wanted to do this video, so I should have uploaded one of those other videos I have left over from June around my birthday, which I just started uploading one, but that won't be until later tonight at around midnight. But I want to do this episode, and I also want to shout out some people. I was doing the same thing in the last video. Got a couple minutes into it, and then when I went back, I noticed it wasn't recording anymore, so that sucks. So I want to shout out Diver Dave, Calliope, Volga Zitz, and Francis Smith, and Michael Fickles, Calliope again, Stukes. Hey Stukes, thanks for commenting on my box bottom episode. Kurt T, he likes the Hank Aaron's that I showed, and John S, Diver Dave, so thank you all. New subscriber, Gummy around Kentucky. So Calliope talking about those cards, different sets, and got themselves a shoebox of cards and hoping for some oddballs. So that's cool. Whenever I get like a repack, like Walgreens or something like that, I'm always looking for like oddballs and stuff like that, and you usually get a pack or two. So good luck with that. Yeah, Francis Smith, like the Hall of Fame Heroes, said it was a cool set. I think it's cool too, but I really like the Candy City team one a little better because I had to go through the effort of picking those up as a kid. All the effort I did that summer and money saving and spending and all that. Michael Fickles, always shopped for cards with baseball cards too, like Lenny Dykstra. That was me, Andre Dawson. Alright, and alright, so thank you all for commenting, leaving messages. I really do appreciate it. But let's get to it, folks. So like I said, we're just gonna show you what I got. And Ben's Breaks from Lancaster, Ohio. And we'll talk about it a little bit. And but we'll get back to these cards for their own special episodes. So this one comes packed up like this. I already opened the packages so that I can do this easy. I already know what these cards are, so it's not a surprise to me. Alright, at least this person used packing tape. Apparently they gave me a couple extra cards as pack stiffeners, so that's cool. Thank you. Ben's Breaks. Probably trying to get rid of some of your extra stock of, what do you call it? Commons. So, alright folks, this is going to be not oddball, mainstream. It's not like Topps flagship, but it's going to be a mainstream set of cards. My favorite set of cards. Allen Ginter's coming up here. But this is like one of the rarest cards that you can pick up. But before we get to that, the pack sniffer is Dave West. So that's 89 rookie. So guess got me some top loaders here. So Dave West and Tony Fernandez and 86 tops. Yeah. Typical 86 tops, a little off-centered, but not bad shape for that. So, there you go. Alright, folks, so in honor of the Allen Ginters that we're about to show you, one of those 3 packs that I picked up the other day, of the 2023 Allen Ginter at the hobby shop. I opened one of them off camera, and the best thing I got out of that was this retail exclusive gold border birdie short print. So nice looking card, retail exclusive on the 2023 Allen Ginter. And then one of the other packs that we opened, I believe the first pack, so that's kind of why I opened the second pack. I figured I already got whatever kind of hit was going to be in that little 3 packs that I picked up. We did pick up a Brooklyn back finally this year, and that was the McGuffin Brooklyn back 2023 Tyson McGuffin, professional pickleball player, 13 of 25. And the other day I also picked up the Jock Peterson 2015 relic, mini framed relic, and I talked about that in depth. But he's playing the Albuquerque Isotopes, and that's my favorite AAA team. And he played with the Cubbies. You expected him to be a huge home run hitter, but it hasn't quite panned out that way for him. But we picked that up. Now, if you know what I'm up to, people, I am trying to do a different kind of Allen Ginter card that they've done throughout the years. So what that means is, like, if I need a wood card, a stained glass card, an employee autograph card, a box loader autograph, box loader relic, World Series super short print minis, metal cards, printing plates, just whatever inserts that they're doing that year, these kind of things is what my goal is. And so does that mean I need one from every year? No, it just means I would like to get one of all the different kind of special things that they've done in Allen Ginter. You know, like, so if I have a wood 101 super short print, it wouldn't matter what year it came from, but I would have one from Allen Ginter because that's my favorite set. So I've gotten, over this last year, you've seen a bunch of different stuff that I have picked up. And one of the things that I was always fascinated with, but I was never going to do, was the Codebreaker. You know, they used to do for like 10, or just up until recently, like maybe 4 or 5 years ago, they did the Codebreaker set. And what that meant is they would have like a scavenger hunt kind of code deciphering from Allen Ginter every year. You know, on different cards, I'd have different little clues, and if you could solve the whole riddle, the first person that reported that they solved the riddle gave Topps the information. One, they would, like, sometimes it would end up as a card on the next set, so they would get their own baseball card, but they also gave them a complete set of Codebreaker autograph cards. So they would take all the autograph cards from that year, and like whoever was autographed in that set, they would give it to that one person, an autograph set, but it was labeled Codebreakers 101s, because it was the only person who broke the code, or the first person to break the code. Didn't mean that it was like stamped 101 or anything like that, but only one person won them. And so I've been keeping my eyes out for any Codebreaker stuff, but they're usually, if they have 100 autographs that they gave out, they're usually like a couple $100 a piece. It doesn't matter who it is. It could be a frisbee player, and it'd be a couple $100 a piece, because the only way to get the Codebreaker is by breaking the code and being the first person to do it. So there's only one person, and they would have the entire set of these cards. Now then groups of guys started doing it together, and the same people kept winning and winning and winning, so I think that's why they stopped doing it. It shifted from the cards over to like Twitter, but I think they just stopped doing it maybe during the pandemic. But nevertheless, since that set was the only one in existence for any given year, that person had all 100 autographs. And so if you wanted one of those cards, that person had to decide to break it up. And the ones that are broken up on eBay are usually a couple $100s. So this here is one that I just picked up for super cheap. Oh, it is labeled too, so cool. Yeah, they got a penny sleeve in there, I don't know why. Alright, we'll set that aside. And so like I said, people have these on there for a couple $100. So if you can see, 101. So let's see, this frame looks good, and that is a Noah Syndergaard rookie card. He is solid pitcher, and but it says Codebreaker right there, and so that is 101. Now this wasn't one I was like super actively pursuing the Codebreaker. I just kept it on my saved searches. It's got the ANG back, and so I think to make it easier on them, as time went on, instead of just no, it does say Codebreaker. So I was thinking they just took a regular autograph mini and just put it in a different frame, but no, there it is, Codebreaker. So that is definitely something, you know. How many years did they do it? Let's say 15 years or something. You know, that would be like 100 times 15, so like 1,500. If they did 100 autographs per year and there was all 101s, then there would only be like 1,500 cards in existence. So those are really rare 101s, and the only way you can get this was by somebody breaking the code. And anyway, so couple hundred, you know, 200, 250 up to get one of these cards. And then, you know, I had it in my save search, and every time I'd see it, I'm like, yeah, I want one of those, but not that bad. And then this one popped up for like $50 or $45, and I was like, does this person not know what they have? So right away, boop, click buy, and it's a bigger name. It's not like the Frisbee guy or whatever, you know. He was a solid pitcher. And look at that, people. A 101 Codebreaker on-card autograph mini frame of Noah Syndergaard from 2015. And that is another check off my Allen Ginter checklist. So, same season as this one. So, wow, that's sweet. I'll show that again. This one deserves its own episode where I can go into more detail about that. One touch a little scratched up, that's okay. That is sweet, people. Another check off my Allen Ginter list. So there's your mainstream stuff. So hold on a second. Alright, people, thank you. I'm back. Now we're going to move on to this from Rob in Burbank, California, there down the road. This is a special card. Now, it's a Sal Bando MSA disc Holiday Inn. So, the reason I got this was, one, because I love these MSA discs, and for whatever reason, of all the MSA discs, I was always fascinated with the Holiday Inn ones, which I've never seen one in person, or, you know, just online. But now that I'm trying to like pick up more of this stuff, this is one of the top ones that were on my list, because I just love that it has that design on the top. It's just very retro, like it, you know. I remember this stuff from the 70s and early 80s, like Holiday Inn, you know, the hotel or motel or whatever it is, and that was even trying to be like retro, like let's say the 50s or something like that. So I just love the way it popped on here on the card. It really stands out. It makes these simple discs a little more unique to that company. just reminds me of Holiday Inns, like riding my bike around and you know, like maybe trying to go sneak into their swimming pool or something like that, like we used to do when we were kids, or Howard Johnson's or whatever. And so, of course, as a kid, you'd never get one of these unless your family stayed at a Holiday Inn, because I think you got like one card every night you stayed. Maybe you could have ordered a set, I don't know. But, and it just has that, you know, Route 66 kind of Las Vegas, you know, neon kind of thing. Just reminds you traveling when you were a kid with your family or whatever. And I just always liked the design of these MSA Holiday Inn ones. So reliable reservations, family plan, dependable meetings, clean, comfortable rooms, good food. Sorry, I was like, that didn't make sense. Reasonable rates, simple. Call your nearest Holiday Inn. So simple MSA. That's very retro. I dig that. That's just very brings me back to the day, you know. And it's got that little pop. I'm not a big fan of this color on the card, but that's okay. And that's Sal Bando for the Milwaukee Brewers, and this is a 1977 MSA, Michael Schechner and Associates. And so Sal's getting a little time in limelight. You know, I just went on the eBay and pulled these up and just listed it from lowest cost with shipping. Found the best looking one, and just ordered it just so I can have one, you know. So, and just to show you people, so we're gonna stick with the little oddball thing. I will redo a disc episode because we got some more stuff coming in too. But that is, you know, the Michael Schechner and Associates. So here once again is the salesman sample, trying to get people, companies. So like Holiday Inn would have probably at some point gotten a card like this from MSA, showing them this is what you can get to have people, you know, have this oddball set that you can get. And so instead of the stars, they put the Holiday Inn there. So this is something MSA used to sell this product to these people, to sell their product to you and me, so that you would stay at Holiday Inn instead of staying at Red Roof Inn or something like that. So, and recently, you know, I have the wiffle ball one just to show you, since I'm right here. And so MSA, this is Thurman Munson 76, and then we just recently this week picked up the Rich Gossage one. You know, just like the Holiday Inn, I wanted to get a different one, because it had the on deck cookies. So much like the Piedmont backs and Hindu and Ty Cobb and all that from like T206. All these MSA discs have different companies that they did for. So just like the different cigarette brands, even though it was the same American Tobacco Company, you'd get Piedmont or Utz or Hassan or whatever different companies, you know, like today Marlboro, Camel, you know, Parliament, whatever. Well, they were all American Tobacco Company. Well, these are all MSA, but different companies that used MSA. So I'm just trying to get all these kind of different bags. I'm not like on a mission to completely get one of each bag, but that's not a bad idea. I just love these cards. So, and then I forgot this one was in a stack of stuff. The Eddie Murray that I picked up in Albuquerque, one of the blank backs from like '81. I don't remember offhand what set this is from, but it's, you know, it's not like Burger Chef, but it was something like one of these kind of places. And so I figured I'd show the Eddie Murray again while we're at it. Okie dokie, folks. So that's some oddball stuff for you there. But now we're gonna get to the big boys, people. Now we're going to get to the big, so that's 70s oddball, that Holiday Inn. And so this one here is from Alabama, Stansky or whatever. Alright, so here you go for you vintage guys. So you vintage guys and me, an oddball guy, I picked this up, and this is super cool. So it's a first for me. You know, I've been showing you guys all these different oddball cards that I've gotten over the years, and mostly ones from my era, from when I've been alive. And but I had to pick me up one of these people because I love Tobacco-ana. I love like some of the tobacco packaging. I love the tins or cigarette packs. Of course, I love the cards. And this is one of the ones I've always been fascinated about when I first found out about these from being a teenager. At least a teenager. I don't know about younger than that. But in honor of 1955, you know, real quick. Well, no. So 1955 should give you a clue as to what this is, because they stopped doing cigarette cards like pre-World War II, but one company decided they were going to give away cards, and you could order a hat through them in the 50s. So I believe that is the end of the oddball cards from tobacco companies, and of course that would be Redman chewing tobacco. So not dip, but chew. And so I needed to pick me up one, and if I was going to pick one up, it was either going to be a good star or a good example with the tab. So I needed to at least get one with the tab. So I searched for the lowest price again, and with shipping, and went down until I found one or a few that had the tab still attached, because usually you tear this or cut this off to send away for like the hat or whatever. And so at some point in time now I'm going to want to get a star, like maybe a Hall of Famer or something like that. Whether it has a tab or not, it doesn't matter, because now I have at least one with the tab. You know, it's not in perfect shape, but it's 1955, people. And now that's in pretty decent shape, because one, the tab's still there. And since these came out of, I think they were boxes. They had like a box of Redman with the bag inside the box of chew. Unlike how you get the chew now, you just go to like 7-Eleven and it's just in a pouch like the Big League chewing gum. But back then it came in a box with the bag in it, and then this card was in there. So it wasn't like the Big League chew where it was just not protected, just in a pouch of tobacco. It was actually in the box, and the bag of tobacco was in the box as well. So that's Ray Boone, third base, Detroit Tigers. Love the Detroit logo. Looks like they got a road one there, the orange, so that's cool. I didn't know they did that back in the day. And so you can sit here, see if we can focus that in on Sal, not Sal, I was thinking of Sal Bando still, but Ray Boone, third base, Detroit Tiger from San Diego there, born in 1923, so if he was still alive, I imagine he's not, he'd be 101 just in a few weeks. So Roy is a snappy fielder and a good man with a bat. Batting average of .295, yeah, that's pretty good. You can pause and read that because I don't want this video to go too long. And then here's the back. So this is very reminiscent of me of like the Gaudies or something like that, or maybe even the Cracker Jack. For you or your boy, Redman Big League style baseball cap. Plus 50 beautiful full color pictures of Redman's 1955 Major League All-Stars. So there was like 53 53, 54, and 55 in this set. So, like I said, I just picked the cheapest one that was in the best condition and loose because I don't want graded. These are super cool cards. Of course, they're super out of, not a normal size card. There's an 86 tops. So compared to that, they're huge. But super sweet. And I got top loaders that this will fit right in. And so anyways, so on the other side of this card is a full color picture and story of one of the 50 famous Redman All-Stars, 25 top players from the American League and 25 from the National League, all personally selected by the editor, J.G. Taylor Spink of the Sporting News. Collect these pictures, trade with your friends. Remember, they come only in packages of famous Redman chewing tobacco. So this is epic for me, people. This is super cool. Now the next card that we're going to get to is super cool as well, but this card is one that I've been wanting for much longer because I've known about these much longer. And so Redman chewing tobacco, and here's the special Redman bonus: a big league style baseball cap free. Just cut off and save the stub below. When you have 50 stubs, wow, you'd have to chew 50 packs of chew. I wonder if that'd take all summer or something. Mail them to Redman, blah blah blah, and let them know what team you want with your address and all that. So that's why you don't find all these with tabs. Now you'll find some with the tab removed, and that's cool too. But the fact that this person obviously didn't send in for a hat, maybe they didn't have a kid, and so there it is, 65, 75, 85, 95, 2005, 2015. Wow, so it's 1 year shy of 70 years old since this card was produced. Isn't that crazy, people? That is sweet, beautiful, old style classic card, people. I mean, what's not to love? Alright, and to wrap this one up, probably just this one came from Arlington, Texas. Superior Supports Investments. Okay. Just real quick, people. Yesterday when we were out and about, we stopped at Target, and the lady was actually stocking the shelf. So I picked me up some Topps Chrome. They had this Heritage and another Bowman Mega Box. So at Target, I was able to pick up one of each of these yesterday. Like I said, I still have this Allen Ginter. I believe I still have a Phil Rizzuto pack. But I want to open that stuff, but that might be a delayed video as well. So anyways, here we go. This is an awesome oddball, people. This is just sweet. And now they have like numerous eras of these food issues. I think they have stuff from the 30s, which are like the cabinet size, full size back of the cereal box. And then in the 50s, they did these, and I don't know if these were cut off the box or were in the box. I think they're hand cuts is what they're called. So let's see what this says. Sent me a business card. Superior Sports Investments, Texas, 5% off if you order from them. So if you're interested in that. And this says Superior Sports blah blah blah. Just another sticker on the back. So as you can see, it's a blank back. So that does look like hand cut to me. So this must have been part of the cereal box, because that's way before my time, folks. And that is a Wheaties. Not only is it a Wheaties box card, but it's a Hall of Famer Wheaties. Bob Lemon, pitcher for the Cleveland Indians. And that's sweet. You know, I love oddball cards. I tend to pick up oddball cards from my lifetime, but I love old cards too. And so, same thing. I went in there, pulled up Wheaties. Went through the price. Yeah, it's definitely like a little thinner stuff. It's got a little. Well, we'll look at that. It's definitely like cardboard, like what you would get with cereal box, kind of like the Post cereal cards, like that Mickey Mantle and stuff like that. But there's just something epically classic about that simple orange. You know, that just screams Wheaties. And the only Wheaties stuff I ever had really was like the Michael Jordan posters and those kind of things. So anything or actual the box itself. I may have one of those Wheaties hand cut cards from the 90s, but I don't know where it's at. So maybe that's in Albuquerque or it's stuck in a book or a magazine somewhere. But it's not in any of the boxes I have around here because I've dug through all those and have not come across it. So like maybe like Frank Thomas, you know, one of the little panels that you would, they were about yay long. Let me show you a regular card again. So here's a comparison. So like the panel cards that they did for Wheaties in the 90s were like kind of like one of those Gypsy Queens that, you know, are like this, like the tarot minis or the golds and stuff like that, or what do they call it, the Zodiac ones. So you can get those. Those are like the only ones that I can think of. You know, like they came on like the Wheaties with raisins and stuff. And then I have like Michael Jordan posters and, you know, the actual cards themselves. Not a whole lot of that stuff. Anyhow, so this is a 1953, I believe. 1953 or 1955. We'll get back to this card sometime down the road. But that just screams Wheaties. I mean, that is so simple. That's beautiful. It's simple, kind of like the Cracker Jack set, but just portrait. And like I said, I just picked the cheapest ones and went down until I found a player. I was like, oh, Bob Lemon, that's pretty cool. He's got the Cleveland hat on there, and he's a Hall of Famer. And you know, wasn't super expensive. I don't remember what is it. It's like 8 to 12. You know, I'm sure it was under $15, all said and done. And so, you know, it's got a little creasing there. You know, but not bad. It's hand cut. So I'd have to take a look on Google and see what the packaging looked like, if it's still available. And then, like I said, there was another one that's like a full size back of the box, and they have different ones. It's like the person would cut off on the border, and like imagine this being the entire back of a Wheaties box. So some people just have this part. Some people have like the little frame that was going around the thing, and then some people have the entire box back. And I was just like, I'll pick one of those up later. But those are ones from the 30s. And then they had some other sports stars in here, like football and like Olympic or like divers, you know, like diving into the swimming pool, like Olympic kind of dudes. But I wanted to pick up a baseball one. And so there it is, folks. So that is some super sweet oddball stuff right there from the 50s. You know, I want to get around to showing this card someday, but there's Mickey, so a 53 Bowman. But yeah, people, you know, Holiday Inn, the 70s and the 50s. So just beautiful stuff. And then of course That is a big boy. I mean, I really expect the cops to come busting down my door, you know, before I go to work today, because that was a complete steal. A 101 Noah Syndergaard rookie card, on card autograph, Codebreaker 101 from 2015. I'm fairly sure it's his rookie, for under $50, people. When like the lowest of the low autographs from that set would probably snatch $200. You can go online and look for yourself. So somebody needed to liquidate, or didn't know what they had, and I'll take it. They put it down as a Codebreaker 101, so that is awesome. You know, I love Allen Ginter, so check. I love MSA, check. I love Oddball and Tobacco on a check. I love Wheaties, check. I mean, there you go, folks. Another good day in the world of old style classics baseball cards. I guess this one should go down because of the Codebreaker part of it. Another great day in old style classics baseball cards, and we get to talk about these cards individually in their own videos at some point in time, or in a collection of videos. Alright, people, thanks for watching. Take it easy. Have a good Tuesday. Got to get through today and tomorrow, and then I got off for 4 days. So, sweet stuff. But it's going to be super hot today and tomorrow, so we're going to have to take it easy. Alright, bye, people.